Sometime in the summer of 2002, after Gary Ridgway's arrest in King County, Washington, November 30th, 2001, in the Green River murder case, I was contacted by his defense team's investigators for his lead counsel, Tony Savage's office. Denise SCOFFIDI was his investigator, and for the ACA, Mark Prothero's office, Betty Witherspoon was Gary Ridgway's defense investigator. They were looking for information that would assist them to defend Gary Ridgway at trial. They were looking at building a better suspect list, and Randy ACHZIGER, my suspect, was at the top of that list. They wanted my information and asked to meet with me. They asked me to help them for free, knowing that I was probably going to be defending a man who has killed people. I didn't want to at first, but I conceded and I responded back to them. And this is one of the first messages I actually received on my voicemail from Betty Witherspoon from the ACA after I had met with them and loaned them some material. This is my first check-in with them to find out what's going on and what they think of it.
Hey, Cory, this is Betty Witherspoon with ACA calling about Gary Ridgway. I received your messages, and I guess the latest to let you know is we now have an attorney assigned to other suspects. I've talked to him at great length about what you have, and he's very impressed with the notebook that we obtained from you already. I'd like to set up a time that we can bring him out to take a look at what you've got. So I know I'm hard to reach, but I apologize. We have a million things going on. So if you could call me again, I'd appreciate it. I'm hoping we could do something maybe on the 12th or the 14th. Let me know what your schedule's like, and we'll see what we can work out. You know my number. It's 206-624-8105, extension 257. Today's Tuesday. It's about 3:30. Tomorrow I have meetings from noon on. So, again, I'm hard to reach. I apologize, but I will get your message. Thank you.
Now this message from Betty Witherspoon from the ACA, as she was trying to make arrangements with me to meet with their attorney handling other suspects defending Gary Ridgway. This attorney's name is Eric Lindell. She contacted me to let me know that, well, his landlord evicted him for taking Gary Ridgway's case, just for defending Ridgway. So we had to postpone our meeting. But Eric Lindell is the other lawyer handling other suspects defending Gary Ridgway. And this is, again, June, I believe it's June. It is 2002.
Hey, Cory, it's Betty. I just got off the phone with Eric Lindell. I'm sorry, don't be mad at me. He can't do it today. He's had some problems come up with his lease agreement. He only has a matter of days to move his office. We were hoping on Monday he has to go down to Kent to the RJC in the morning for an arraignment, and then we could take off for your house right after that. I'd meet him in Kent. I apologize profusely for today. This whole office space problem, it was unexpected. His landlord didn't like his choosing of cases to represent. So anyways, I'm not at work yet. I'll call you again or call me at work. I should be there in about 45 minutes. Bye.
Here is a message from Denise SCOFFIDI. This is Gary Ridgway's lead counsel, Tony Savage's private investigator. She's getting back to me to let me know what they discovered about Randy ACHZIGER. And again, they're collecting information to defend Gary Ridgway with. Now, they went and interviewed a woman who had dated Randy for some time. She actually, I believe, had lived with him at one point. But he had his own condo in Renton at the Sunset Gardens condominiums for a period of time. And in 2001, she filed and got a restraining order against him, good for 50 solid years in Renton Municipal Court. They wanted to see what he had done to her and went and interviewed her. And this is the result of that interview. Denise SCOFFIDI is telling me what happened when they went to talk to Sophia Ahmed. Sophia is more than 10 years younger than Randy ACHZIGER. She's a black woman and lives in King County.
Hey, Cory, it's Denise SCOFFIDI calling. It's Friday about 3 or so, and I just wanted to fill you in on what we found out about Randy so far with what you just gave me. We went and interviewed the gal that he assaulted, and it was a many-time thing, but finally he tried to strangle her. So she had a no-contact order against him, and he was arrested for that. He spent no time in jail for it. I went to try to find him, and of course he no longer lives where he's last registered. So I called down, and they have issued a violation of no registration on him in November, but they don't know where he is. So I gave them his dad's address down in Puyallup, which I think is his dad's address. Checked out the theft, and it was a theft of checks. He stole some checks and wrote bad checks on somebody. So that's where we are right now. If I hear anything, the gal that filed a no registration against him is going to call me if she finds him. So I'll let you know if I hear from her. Okay, hope you're doing better. Bye-bye.
He was gone until '03, when at the time Gary Ridgway was being processed in court and his alleged confessions were being accepted. Randy ACHZIGER was busy beating the hell out of another woman in Washington County, Oregon, where 4 Green River victims, officially labeled, are still sitting uncharged against Gary Ridgway. Now, the checks they refer to here, or that Denise referred to, that Randy stole, that was a Millennium Ford incident where he worked in Burien. 2001, he robbed a man named Robert White, stole his checkbook from his car. The man was a customer, and with the checkbook in hand, Randy maxed out his bank account for $11,700. He was brought back in 2003 from Washington County, Oregon on a felony fugitive warrant for his arrest for failure to register out of Washington State. When the case was heard by Judge Paris Callis out of King County Superior Court, she combined the 2 cases. First-degree theft of $11,700 by way of Robert White's checking account, and Randy's failure to register. He was gone for most of, if not more than, a year. Paris Callis, in fact, created her own law, or RCW, that does not exist on the books, and she let Randy plead guilty to attempted failure to register and attempted first-degree theft. She ordered him to pay back the money, put him in an LFO program that was never followed up on, and he never paid any of the money back. She never made him go to jail, and he was able to walk out of the courtroom with no fine for his failure to register. Has anybody ever heard of being partially pregnant? Well, either you register as a convicted sex offender or you fail to, and he failed to.